Hi, so this video is going to be a fairly chilled practice, nothing too dynamic. If you have anything handy, if you have a block available, then feel free to sit on that to help raise your hips above your knees. If you don't have a block handy, feel free to sit on a pillow or a rolled up blanket. Also, if you wish to use one, if you've got a strap available, if you haven't got a strap, then feel free to use a belt or a scarf or whatever you have to hand. So yes, this is going to be a fairly chilled practice. We're going to start in seated, so coming to a comfortable seated position. If it's too uncomfortable for you to sit with your legs crossed like this, feel free to take the legs out in front to start with. And so sit on the block if you wish to. So we're going to bring the hands onto the knees and start by finding those sit bones, so grounding them down into the mat and finding length through the spine. So lifting up tall. And we're going to close the eyes. So with the eyes closed, I'd like you to take a deep breath in through the nose and out of the mouth. And again, a long breath in, slow exhale. And do one more of those, breathing in, exhale out. And keeping your eyes closed, I'd like you to take a moment just to scan through your body and notice how you're feeling today. So how do you feel physically within the body? Do you feel quite good? Do you feel quite free within the body to move? Or maybe you're scanning through and you can find some tension or a little bit of tightness, and anything is alright here. We're just here to observe, we're not here to judge. So continue your scan all the way through the body, even into the face. Paying attention to that jawline and that space between the eyebrows. Find some softness in the face. And if you can, continue to breathe in and out of the nose for the practice. Staying here for a few more breaths. And then begin to drop the head. So you're bringing the chin in towards the chest, allowing the head to be heavy. So keep it there, keep the eyes closed. Continue to find length in the spine and take a few breaths here. Seeing if we can stretch out all the way through the back of the neck. And we're going to gradually take the head over towards the right shoulder. And pause there, so you can begin to feel that stretch through the side of the neck this time. Keeping the shoulders soft. And now make your way over to the left shoulder. Pausing here. Now make your way from side to side. You don't have to rush this movement, just take your time. And if at any point, as you're taking the head from side to side, you start to feel this tension through any part of the neck, then feel free to pause, hang out there a little bit more, see if you can bring a bit more space, a bit more length all the way through the neck, and continuing from side to side. And then you're going to start to bring the head back to center, lifting it up, and start to open the eyes. Yeah, take the shoulders up towards the ears, squeeze them tight, and then draw the shoulder blades down your back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and release. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And now we're going to take the right hand down towards the floor. So if you do want to use a block or a pillow, feel free to put your hand onto that. I'm going to reach over with the left arm over towards the floor, spread the fingers wide, gaze up under the arm towards the ceiling. Feel free to drop down onto the forearm if you want a deeper stretch here. Continuing that breath in and out of the nose. And then all the way up over to the other side. So grounding down to the left hand or forearm. Reach the right arm over. Continue to reach through those fingers till you start to feel that space you're creating through the ribs. And all the way back up to center. Yeah, we're going to take a gentle twist. So take the left hand across to the right knee or the right thigh. Sweep the right hand behind you. We're going to lift up nice and tall through the spine. And then take that gentle twist over towards, taking the gaze over towards the back of the mat. And coming back to center, over to the other side. So right hand to the left leg, left hand behind. Breathe in. Exhale to twist. And coming back to center. Good. Take the hands, lift the wrists, circle them round. Take both directions, don't worry if they click. And then we're going to come on to hands and knees. So find yourself in tabletop. If you need extra support under your knees, grab a blanket, roll your mat over. And we're going to take ourselves into tabletop. So shoulders stack above the wrists, the hips stack above the knees. You want your toes facing down. Okay, lifting up through the lower belly. We're going to inhale, drop the belly down towards the floor, arch the back, and start to take the gaze up. Exhale, you're going to push into your hands, push the floor away, push out between your shoulder blades. Inhale, lifting the chest up, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, rounding, drop the head, take the gaze to the belly. Inhaling up, tilt that tailbone. Exhale, rounding. Do this a few more times. Work with the breath in your own time. So inhaling on the up, exhaling on the round. Good. And then coming back to a long spine. We're going to come back into child's pose. So sink the hips back towards the heels of the feet. Lengthen the arms away in front of you. Take the forehead down to the mat. Feel free to close the eyes here. And breathe in and out the nose. Start to walk the hands off of the mat over to the right side. Place the left hand on top of the right. Breathe in. Exhale, draw back with the left hip, releasing the head down between the arms. Coming back to the center of your mat. And then we're going to go over to the left side. So the left arm comes off the mat, right hand places on top. I'm going to continue to pull back with that right hip. Find that space all the way through the side of the body. Take a few breaths here. Bring your hands back to center. Good, we're going to tuck the toes. Start to come into downward facing dog, so spread your fingers wide and start to lift the knees, take the chest towards the thighs, start to extend that tailbone up towards the ceiling, lengthening the legs, and then we're going to pedal the heels up and down here. Good. Now walk your feet forward till you can bring them about hip width apart. So hip width, about 2 fists between your feet, just roughly as a guide. And we're going to take the hands to the elbows and hang in ragdoll. So allow the top of the head to come down towards the floor. You want the upper part of the body to be anchoring you down towards the floor. And if it is particularly tight within the hamstring, especially if you're doing this first thing in the morning, they can be tight, so bend the knees. It doesn't matter, have the knees bent. Yeah, and then take the hands down towards the floor. Have a little move from side to side. And then come back to center. Put a slight bend in your knees if you haven't done so already. Ground down into the feet and then roll all your way up into standing. Good. So we're going to start by taking the right leg back. Okay. Have the hips facing round towards the top of the mat. Bring your hands behind, either to the wrists, the elbows, or take in reverse prayer. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, fold forward. I'd like to take your gaze to your big toe. Keep drawing the shoulders back, keep the chest open, and breathe here. But slight bend in that front knee, press into the feet. Inhale, all the way back up. Yeah, release the hands. We're going to step this right foot a bit further back now. And you want your front foot to be in line with the arch of the back foot. Taking warrior two. Bend that front knee over the ankle, reach out through the arms, and gaze down to the left hand. Keep the shoulders soft. Again, finding that flow of breath in and out the nose. If you've got cold or anything, please breathe out the mouth, but trying to keep the breath in and out of the nostrils. Good. Start to flip this front head, turn it palm facing out. Right hand comes down the back of the leg, reach up, extending through the fingertips towards the ceiling. Keep that front knee bent over the ankle. Good. Inhale up, warrior two. Good. Take that forearm down onto the thigh, palm facing up, and extend the right arm over towards the top of the mat. Roll the shoulder back, gaze towards the ceiling. Gaze down to the big toe, press into the feet, inhale all the way back up, warrior two. Lengthen this front leg, hands to the waist, step back to the top of the mat. Good, we're going to take the left leg back. Track the feet so the hips are facing round to the top of the mat. Again, hands behind. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward, pulling back through the right hip. Inhaling up. We're going to step back into warrior two. So this left leg comes back. Healing line with the arch. Bend that front knee. Extend the arms. Good. Now work the knee over to the little toe side of the foot. Breathe here. Good. Flip that front hand. Left hand comes down the back. Extend the arm towards the ceiling. If you want a bit of a deeper stretch, start to take the arm over towards the back of the mat. Good. Inhale all the way back up. Bring that forearm onto the thigh. Reach over with the left arm. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Gaze down to the big toe. Press into the feet. Inhaling up. Lengthen the leg. Hands to the waist. Back to the top of the mat. So we're going to try the balance pose now. We're going to come into tree. So let's start by placing all the weight into the left leg. So press down through. I find it easier. Spread the toes out. So lift them out. Spread them out. Good. So either taking the heel of the foot to the ankle, take it to the calf, so below the knee, or you take it above the knee joint to the inside of the thigh. If you're standing by a wall, feel free to place your hand onto a wall. Otherwise, hands can come to the waist or heart center. Okay, find a gaze point, find something in front of you. preferably something that's not moving, and focus your gaze here. Good, bring the knee back to center and release. Okay, we'll do the other side, so all the way in the right leg this time. Again, either ankle, calf, inner thigh. Good, hands to the wall, waist, or heart center. Okay, continue to lift up tall through the crown of the head, so as if someone's pulling you up through the crown. Keep the shoulders soft. Good, closing the knee back to center and release. Good, take the hands down by your side. We're going to come down to seated. So coming down and extend the legs away from you. You want to take any flesh away from the sit bones. Sit on a block if you find that easier, or your cushion. Okay, so legs extended out, toes up towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, reach up nice and high. Exhale towards the feet. So that could be hands to the shins. If you've got a strap, feel free to take a strap or a scarf around the soles of your feet. If you reach down towards your toes, loop the first two fingers around the big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips as you come forward. Gaze to the big toes. Good. Inhale up. Good. Bend this right knee, bring it in towards you. We're going to sweep the right hand behind for a twist. So right hand comes behind. You can either hug this leg as you twist, or bring the elbow to the outside. You want to keep the toes up on the left leg so this left leg stays active. Okay, gazing towards the back of the mat. Coming back round to center, drop the knee out to the side. Inhale up, length, exhale to fold. So again, you can use that strap, hands come to shins, reaching round to the foot. If you can reach past your foot, you can take a hold of the wrist. Okay. Good. Inhale up, draw the knee up to center, extend the leg. Bring the left leg in, left hand sweeps behind. Again, hug that leg in or bring the elbow to the outside. Come back round to center, drop the knee out to the side, inhale up, exhale, fold towards the foot. Good, inhale up. Okay, we're going to take the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. So work the heels in towards the groin, it doesn't matter how close they are. And we're drawing the knees out towards each side. So your hands can come to your toes. Maybe rest the elbows onto the calves. We're going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Okay, keep the shoulders down from the ears and rolled back. Okay, take a gaze point in front of you and breathe. And all the way back up. Good. Draw the knees together. You're going to come down onto your back. So coming down here, bend your knees, bring your heels in towards your sit bones, palms facing down next to you. Okay, feet about hip width apart. And you're going to inhale, press down into the feet, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. If you want to, you can start to roll the shoulders under and interlace the hands. Take care not to move the head here. So just follow my voice, don't look at the screen. And release, come all the way back down through the spine first. Then release the hips. Nice, and tick-tock the legs from side to side. Alright, we're going to lift the legs up into the air. So again, feel free if you've got a strap or belt or anything, take a more restorative version here. And you can take the strap around the soles of the feet as you extend up towards the ceiling. Alternatively, you can just lay with the legs up in the air. We're not going to do shoulders down for this sequence because we're just looking at this as more of a chilled version. So no shoulder stands for this one. So hands can come to the thighs or rest down next to the body. Push up through the heels, bring the toes in, and get as much length in the back of the legs as you can. Then bend the knees, bring them in towards you. Give yourself a bit of a squeeze. Squeeze the legs in and rock gently from side to side. So we're going to take happy baby. So keeping the thighs towards the belly, knees about shoulder width apart, and then you can extend the lower part of the leg up, flexing the foot. Bring the hands either to the shins. Again, you can use the strap or take the hands to the outside edges of the feet. We're going to draw the knees down towards the floor. If you want, you can even take a little rock from side to side, otherwise feel free to just stay in one place. Close the eyes even and breathe. Good. Now start to release the feet down to the floor, and with a spinal twist, so going over towards the right. Keep the shoulders grounded, extend the left arm out to the side. You can always bring this hand to rest on top of the knees. Gaze over towards the left hand or close the eyes. Yeah, bring the knees up to center. We'll go over the other side. If the knees don't come all the way to the ground, feel free, you can put a block or a brick or pillows or something underneath them. And we're going to extend the right arm out this time, turn the head over towards the right. Drawing the knees up to center. And now we're going to either take the feet as wide as the mat and drop the knees together to help release that lower back, or you're going to extend the legs all the way down to the floor into corpse's pose. So palms facing up next to the body, and close the eyes. And take a moment to settle. You can adjust the shoulders. If the legs are extended, let the feet roll out. And I'd like you to take a deep breath in through the nose and out. Now find a softness in your jaw, so make sure there's space between the teeth. And softness between the eyebrows. Start allowing your body to sink down a little bit heavier into the floor, so sinking down through the shoulders, through the legs, and coming to stillness. You're going to stay here with your eyes closed, allowing the body to rest, allowing the breath to calm down to a natural rhythm. And if any thoughts start to creep in, don't worry, it happens. Just keep bringing your attention back to your breathing. So feel free to stay here for as long as you want. Otherwise we're going to start to turn the head from side to side. And then wriggle the fingers and toes. Take the arms overhead, have a full body stretch. And then draw the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a squeeze and rock gently from side to side. Okay, you're going to roll over onto your right side. And then make your way all the way up into seated, keeping the eyes closed. And then ask you to take your palms together, rub them briskly. And place them over your eyes. Start to flutter your eyes open. And then release the hands down to heart center. Thank you very much. I hope that you've enjoyed this practice. Feel free to shoot me any questions that you might have about it. Otherwise, stay tuned for Thursday's practice where we're going to be flowing through something a little bit more dynamic. Thank you very much.